Alright people, welcome back to another Xenoverse 2 training video. And in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make an OP custom cooler. Like literally I'll be going over the builds and the the combos, stamina breaks, that sort of thing. So let's just get right to it. So always start off with the stats when you're making a custom character, because your move that you have equipped needs to always be based off the stat you have, and Super Soul included. So the thing about his stats is obviously he can have some crazy high health, but his attack abilities will be low, or he can have like a lot of stamina but low health, that sort of thing. Don't worry about the damage. What you need to worry about is how you can use your character or your custom cooler, because if you think about it, no matter how strong your combos are, they're useless if you can't apply them. And if you can't apply them, that means you can't touch your opponent. That generally means your opponent's too fast for you. So if you're using a combo type C build, which is my build, and when you think about it, above average health and everything, I got high stamina, high attack power, but my key and super attack power are low. So this is a great build for me because I don't really need as much stamina as I have. I just care about the normal attack power. However, if you were using something like well, actually none of his builds have like low stamina, but let's just say that they did, right? If you were using something that had like low stamina but like high attack damage, and like that was like your custom cooler, that's great as long as you're fast enough to touch your opponent without burning up your stamina. Because if you're using a build whereas like he has like 5 stamina bars, and you can't ever touch your opponent because you keep getting hit, which means you're wasting through your stamina, you don't need that. That build is not for you. So just keep that in mind when you're making a custom cooler build, that you need to make sure whatever build you use, you can actually apply it the way you intend to, and if not, then you need to change it. That way you can apply it with whatever build that you change it to. That way you can do your damage, BOP, that sort of thing. Now this is the stat I use because that normal attack is what I care about, because I don't really need to use super attacks. I'll use an ultimate when I break their stamina, but like that's literally it. Like I don't really use super attacks unless I just trying to be different, that's all. So yeah, that's my build. Super Soul, this is the most important build for him, because you can see he doesn't really have anything that like increases the damage of like super attacks. I mean, this one is like as close as you could get to something like that, because it'll increase the damage of an ultimate, but I don't recommend it because it's only once. And if generally people limit burst, so you go to pop that supernova cooler and then they limit burst out of it, now you just wasted the purpose of your super soul and they didn't take any damage. So yeah, I don't recommend getting that super soul for him. I do recommend this one because if you get KO'd, you're not actually dead yet, and then as long as you save your lemon burst for after you technically dying, then you can pop the lemon burst, get some health back. There goes, you actually make a comeback, you can win. And then as for the super attacks, I literally don't even need any super attacks. That's why I just have sledgehammer for when I break their stamina. Death beam, just because it's fast activated, but yeah, death beam, yeah, it is very fast to activate. So some people, like, they're just standing there for like half a second, you can pop it and they might not be able to block it because they won't see it coming. Shadow Crusher, a pretty good defense move. It can actually break the opponent's stamina if you pop it. Like, let's say someone hits you with like a ultimate and you hurry up, activate Shadow Crusher, you'll rush in and break their opponent, break their stamina. So that's actually pretty cool. Burst charge, obviously the newest charge in the game, well, one of them. We got the 2 ultimates. His ultimates I really don't care much about, except for Supernova Cooler, because this one does mad damage. So obviously this is the main one that you need to make sure you have equipped. Other than that, Full Power Energy Wave is just a quick way to go. Evasive, his evasive is great. I'm also going to show you how to activate this evasive for when your opponent is behind you. That way you don't have to just use it when they're in front of you. You see what I'm saying? So I'll be sure to show you that in this video. Yeah, and other than that, that's it. So now let's get into the actual combos. Alright people, welcome to the combo portion of this video. So like I said, I'm going to be showing you the combos, the stamina breaks, how to activate the evasive for when your opponent's behind you as well. And yeah, so that'll be what we go over in this video, so let's get into it. So obviously you can see that is a really good amount of health and stamina as well. That is a very high stamina. I actually didn't even realize it was that high, which is odd. But that key, I wish the key was a little more, but again, it's not like I really use it anyways. However, when I pop the supernova cooler, let's say they limit burst, now I'm out of key. So just keep that in mind. He does not have a lot of key with this build, but that health and stamina, yes, that's great. That's what we want. So now let's get into the combos. Obviously, he has a bunch of, he has the square combos and that sort of thing, the triangle combos. However, if you want to do the most amount of damage you can with him, you need to stick to that triangle square combo, which is this one. Then obviously, you can pop a key blast, keep it going. So yeah, this is the combo you want to be with. You can see we just did it twice right there, and it already did 12,000 damage, nearly 13,000. And even just once, you're looking at 6,000. Pop the death beam, you're looking at 8,500 right there. I believe you can also activate that, so let's see how much damage that would do. No, he rolled out of it. Well, I know depending on the map, because this map is pretty large, so he rolls away far. But if this is like World Tournament, we could like activate it and like he couldn't really get out of it. Yeah, so that's too far. But anyways, you get the point. You can activate Death Beam, or you could just keep that infinite loop going. So yeah, that's the combo you really want to stick with. Let me see. I hear some people say that they stick with that stamina break combo or something like that. I don't know what. Let me see. Maybe I messed it up. Oh yeah, okay, so they stick with that one. Okay, well yeah, you definitely don't need to use that stamina break anymore, because I'm about to show you a really good one. It's literally just that right there. So you see 4 hits. It's a square combo, and that's a heavy stamina break. So obviously, you can activate supernova cooler right afterwards. You can troll spin your opponent, that sort of thing. And again, when you rush in, it only takes 3 squares, but if you just do the basic combo, just wait till you knock them up, and then you can knock them back down. So keep that in mind when using it. This stamina break is really great. Yeah, so yeah, that's literally all I use as for stamina breaks goes. I just use just one stamina break, and I always stick to the heavy stamina break, because it does not work with the light stamina break. Well, at least it didn't, depending on like the map, because like they would like keep rolling out of it, especially if like my opponent was like pretty small. But that was like when I first started using cooler, like a while ago. So that may not be like the case anymore, since they did like fix the fact that if your opponent was small, they would roll out of things that they shouldn't be getting out of. So I guess you can do a light stamina break if you want with it. I definitely recommend sticking to the heavy stamina break, because when you do the heavy stamina break, you can easily pop that supernova cooler, and you're looking about 10,000 damage right there. So yeah, definitely recommend sticking with that stamina break. But again, it's your choice. You can do whatever you want, as long as you understand that this is the best stamina break to use, because it is also a heavy stamina break and not just a light one. Another thing, so yeah, went over that. Oh, okay, well, let me see. Because I said if you use Shadow Crusher, it'll break your opponent's stamina, and I know that is the case, but I'm not sure if it works for every ultimate, because like his gigantic roar is like in a league of his own. So let's test that out. Come on, bro. There we go. Yeah, so you clearly see it takes no damage. So you clearly see that I didn't take any damage while approaching my opponent. Wow, that really missed. But yeah, you get the point. So definitely recommend. Literally, like if you pop on any super attack that I have, as well, definitely let it be Shadow Crusher, because people love popping those random ultimates, and this way with Shadow Crusher, you can get them back for it. See, that's it for stamina breaks, super attacks. Oh, how to activate fake blast when your opponent's behind you. So let's actually have him attack me, and then I'll show you exactly how to do it. Come on. Oh. See, come on. I'm trying to turn around. Okay, there we go. Come on, let's do better. Yo, this is the problem with CPUs. They don't ever do what you want. Okay, so you can. Oh my goodness! If you don't start attacking me, okay, there we go. So you clearly see. If I activate it right. Okay, why did that touch him? Okay, so you can see it's not touching him because he's behind me. So all you need to do is lock off your opponent and then just turn the analog stick in the desired direction. I really wish he would just keep attacking me. Why is he stopping? Oh my goodness. Okay, fucking forget it. Stupid CPU. Okay, anyways, all you have to do is lock off your opponent, and if you lock off your opponent, you just turn the analog stick in the desired direction that you want to activate fake blast, so that it will look like this, and you'll just turn around and do it. Again, you can only do that when you're locked off your opponent. If you're not locked off, it won't work. You can see I just did it right there, but it's still only activated to the front. So you know, if your opponent's behind you, you can't turn it around. You can only turn it around when you lock off your opponent. So, and again, that's a quick step. You know, it only takes like half a second to lock off. So, you know, you're getting attacked, locked off, hit him with it. And obviously, you know, you can hit him with a stamina break right after, if you're fast enough, that sort of thing. But yeah, folks, so that is how you use the custom cooler. That's how you make them OP. You stick with that triangle square combo. You have the super attacks you want. I just definitely recommend making sure you have Shadow Crusher as well. Use whatever build you feel most comfortable with. Stick to the stamina breaks that I showed you. Remember, it's a very fast activated stamina break. You can pop supernova cooler right after, like, and they won't get out of it. So yeah, keep that in mind when using it. Anything else? Oh no, because I showed you how to activate the evasive when they're behind you. Again, you have to make sure you're locked off to do it. You cannot do it if you're locked onto your opponent. So just lock off your opponent and then turn the analog stick in the desired direction, and you're good to go. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you learned quite a few things. Be sure to leave a like and a comment if you did learn anything at all. Please let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in my next video. Alright people, I did actually end the video, but there was one more thing I forgot to go over. That is how to actually fight with him. So like in terms of like cancel, that sort of thing. So his square cancel is literally what I stick to the most. Square, and then if it doesn't work, just cancel out of it, that sort of thing. His square triangle is like a fast, is also a very fast cancel, because you can see he doesn't like spin, he just punches. But you know, I really prefer that square one, because for some reason I can just use it like really fast. This is just because, you know, that's the one I've been used to using the entire time that I've used Final Form Cooler. So just keep that in mind. Use your square cancel when you need to, because it's very fast. Another thing, he does not wait, let me see, I think he has a one-tap stamina break, but he might not. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. However, one other thing that he does have, he has an infinite knockback combo. And I'm not talking about like this knockback, I'm talking about like actual like this knockback. So you can see, you can just keep it going. So feel free to you know, have some fun with that. You know, it does 1,000 per hit, so you can literally keep them in this loop. Yeah. Then, you know, you activate Death Beam right after, or you can just keep it going, whichever you prefer. Yeah, you can see, you play around with it. But yeah, folks, okay, so that's all I wanted to go over. I just had to add in, you know, how to use his cancels. Again, I definitely recommend using either the square or the square triangle one, because that is what I stick with. Other than that, yeah, folks, that is how you use custom cooler.